see the lightning really concentrated right there from just west of Bremen to just west of Greenville down into the southwestern corner of Muhlenberg County. So at the very least, I would expect pockets of damaging straight line winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour right along that line as it moves off to the east-northeast. I'm going to actually put a storm track on that as it pushes across the county here. And yeah, let's just go ahead and we'll head back here, look at the severe. There's the shear tracks. We showed you those earlier. And then on the tools here, we'll go ahead and draw a squall line here. We're going to start up near Bremen and have the line going through. What was the speed on this, Cody? Do you recall on this?
For the new warning for southeast McLean, and I believe that was northeast, they've got it northeast at 65 miles per hour.
So northeast at 65. There are your times of arrival. Greenville at 5:50, Central City at 5:54, Drakesboro at 5:57, Martwick at 6 o'clock, and Centertown at 6:03. Now, that is basically where you can have potential damaging wind with that storm. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out. So let's go check that out, and that's going to be Ohio County. So Ohio County now under a severe thunderstorm warning also. And that is going to be in effect probably for the next 30 to 45 minutes. And I can probably get the information on that. We'll go ahead and query that. And in Ohio County.
There we go. I think we got it now.
We've got Beaver Dam, Beta,
Check 1, 2. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. If you guys didn't catch that, we're just doing some weather coverage for everybody that's upstairs outside the studio. So just bear with us. Enjoy it if you like.
Just because of the environment we're in, they're using that tag because we have to keep an eye on all these severe storms for rotation. We're not seeing a tornado now, but we're certainly watching for the possibility of one. Cody, you have any more information from either Weather Service office? Louisville just issued the one for Ohio County, and of course Paducah is monitoring the situation in Muhlenberg County.
Yeah, haven't seen any updates. I'll check real quick on the chat here. I'm not seeing any damage reports for the last several minutes. Just kind of what you'd mentioned too with this, the tornado possible tag on those that line of storms too from either the Paducah or the Louisville office. There are spotters out mentioning that in the chat, but thankfully, again, at least ground confirmation. At this point, we're not seeing anything. I'm not sure if we still have it. I know the control room had mentioned that we did have a live picture from our storm tracker that was in parts of Hopkins County. And this is their view right now. I believe they are still on the back edge of that storm, having some issues there too. They're kind of in the thick of that storm right now with all the heavy rainfall there as well. Last check, I know our spotter, Chris Conley, was near the Princeton area. I believe that is where he still is as well. I'm not sure if we have that option as well, but he was kind of on the back edge of that line of storms when it was initially tornado warned. So this is from our storm chaser, Chris Conley. Last update with him, I believe he was near the Princeton area, likely following that storm as it pushed out of Hopkins County right now. So you can see a lot of heavy rainfall. And again, we haven't had any reports with that part of the line once it's entered our viewing area of any damage. Did have some damage when it was now down towards the Mayfield, Murray area as well. So that is at least some encouraging news. But again, these warnings out for a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust. Of course, that possibility of a spin-up tornado as well. And can't rule out some small hail as well. But obviously, with this line of storms, the main concern would be on some damaging winds and the potential for that spin-up tornado.
And of course, we've been focusing on the tornado threat, but these damaging winds are also significant, more so than your average warning, because we're talking about winds that could be up around 70 miles per hour. And to get a severe storm warning, you need 58-mile-per-hour winds or quarter-size hail. So we're kind of a notch above the normal severe thunderstorm warning, if you will, with this line. And that's what all the Weather Service offices are using in terms of the terminology, the threat with the straight-line winds with this line as it sweeps across our southern counties with potentially 70-mile-per-hour winds. And it would be right along the leading edge. You're looking at it right now on live first warning Doppler radar. Leading edge is now pushing through the Bremen areas, down through Greenville. If anything, the storm looks the strongest in the Greenville area right now. That's where a lot of the lightning is concentrated, and it goes all the way down into southern Muhlenberg County. And this is going to continue to move to the east-northeast at about 55 to 60 miles per hour. So Central City, it's about to hit your area there, so be prepared for at least some damaging straight-line winds, and then it sweeps across Ohio County. But when you look at just the lightning alone,
a little bit delayed.
That's where this part of the storm really begins to jump out, and that would be the part that is pushing into the Greenville area. Just going back and forth, looking at some velocity data here, just making sure that we're not missing any spin-up rotation within the line. And again, sometimes you just have to be looking at the radar at the right moment to see the spin up, because once somebody tells you about it, you go look at it and it's gone. So we haven't really seen anything too organized along that line, so that's some good news. But the reflectivity data, this is the traditional view that we show you, is really going to be the best indicator of where the threat, the leading edge of the threat is, and that would be right along that leading edge now, which has cleared the Sacramento area. It looks like it's clearing Calhoun, or in the process of. That's clearing Bremen. It's right on top of Greenville, and then it gets down into the rural sections of Muhlenberg County there, south of the Parkway. So we'll go ahead and update the storm track on this, and we will start it up here. I'm going to concentrate on Muhlenberg County simply because it looks like that's the part of the line that is more intense than what we're seeing elsewhere. And then we'll extend that off to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour. So the next communities in line, and we'll take it at about that angle there, would be Wells at 557, Drakesboro at 558, into Rockport at 602, McHenry at 606, and Beaver Dam at 609. So these are times of arrival for potential damaging straight-line winds, with this line of storms now pushing across Muhlenberg County into McLean County right now. And the most intense portion of the storm looks to be riding along and south of the Western Kentucky Parkway here in the central portions of Muhlenberg County. But there again is the storm track. We'll back off of that here, and actually let's just look at the lightning by itself here. This might be a better indicator if we just kind of clear the screen, and you can see the cloud to ground strokes right there in the little thunderbolts. And they're really concentrated now from Central City back through the Greenville area. So that might be the one red flag that really indicates that the highest threat for severe weather is right along the Parkway in the Greenville, Central City area. As we check out the shear tracks, again, this is where our system analyzes potential rotation and shows you the snapshots. We've seen it kind of along that entire line. And you can see all these shades of blue and some brighter shades of blue near Crofton. That's where we saw rotation that was a little more significant. But now just the first shade of blue, which would indicate smaller rotation within that line. You can see that entire part of the line pushing into Muhlenberg County has had that shear on it for a good deal of the past really couple of hours since this thing really ramped up in far southwestern Kentucky. And that's why we have the tornado warnings in effect now for all of Muhlenberg County. So we'll head back and again, let's look at velocity data here just to try to give you an idea.
The crazy part is, look at this.
The circulations may be developing.
It's
and
82 still in Bowling
so
Green.
We'll go back to reflectivity.
You can't see
we'll
me actually circling that,
to
sorry.
The north, show the rest of our viewers what's going on here. Davis County, you are not under a warning. Owensboro, you're okay there.
Otherwise not.
I think Calhoun, the threat's just about over there.
Bowling Green's at 82 right here.
Davis County
it's
right
63
now.
in Evansville now.
Lightning. Threats
it's
over
45 back
and
towards St. Louis.
And then it does continue
That's crazy.
For our northeastern counties. So we'll get up to the VWX radar here and show you what's going on to the east-northeast of Evansville. And that leading edge, that line
there's
is
my
now
cursor. There we go.
Pushing over
Bowling Green, 82. There you go. 63
quickly,
Evansville.
Kind of losing
40s
its
back
identity.
here in St. Louis.
And if anything, it's probably right there. The strongest winds would be right over eastern Du Bois County
tornado warning up toward Bedford.
And will quickly clear the tri-state within the next 15 minutes. So this system really playing out pretty quick here. From west to east, and upper-level winds are so strong that it's driving this line quickly, and because the upper-level winds are so strong, that's leading to the threat of
we're going to go ahead and kill this.
Weather, both
I think we're fine here in Evansville.
Wind and
if you need more coverage,
storms.
definitely
there's a big picture.
tune in to tristatehomepage.com. They're going wall-to-wall, 14 WFIE maybe as well. But for now, FAST29 is going to sign off. Chris Pickett, see you later.